a car designed to redefine what affordable electric mobility can be, but on smart proportions, advanced aerodynamics, and cost-saving innovations that could shake up the EV market. And in what ways might butterfly doors and the new assembly process translate into better range and lower ownership costs? Subscribe to West Tech to help 750 bell so you Model 2 clearly isn't chasing size or weight. 10% shorter and 8% narrower than current Tesla's smallest car, like the Chevy Bolt EV at 13.6 feet long and 5.8 feet wide in big cities like New York or San Francisco. Meanwhile, the 13.8-foot length gives this car a smaller turning radius. Slow, we will explain two standout design features that give this car an aerodynamic edge that changes everything we think about the performance of affordable EVs. Compared to 20 degrees on the Model Y, compared to the single-piece headlight, the design of Model 2 reduces the total headlight area. With this front design, the wind contact area of Model 2 is reduced by 10%. Wind tunnel testing at 62 miles per hour shows drag force on Model 2 at only 150 pounds, while cutting energy use by 12 to 15%. The optimized aerodynamics of Model 2, and for drivers. So, what advantage does the Model 2's hatchback design impress you the most? Compact size for easier city driving, thanks to shorter overhangs and a stretched 104-inch wheelbase bigger than the footprint suggests, with a low 26-inch liftover, without 18.5 cubic feet, 41 cubic feet. That means a week go in without removing wheels, 1 cubic foot frunk for a laptop bag, lunch, and charging cables. Trim blind spots at intersections and crosswalks so you can place the car with confidence. 2 cut wheel repair incidents by an estimated 30% in dense urban use. And blended friction braking joins on steep descents to keep energy use consistent. A at 45 miles. On hot days, the thermal system cools the cabin from 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Finally, parking ties it all together. 4 inches of precision. The interior layout multiplies everyday flexibility. For Model 2, this is a smart solution to protect drivers' important joints. Butterfly doors open straight up, with double hinges on the roof, 50% lower than the 13.8 inches distant. The side opening door is only 35.4 inches wide, which can easily lead to pain or arthritis recurrence in the long run. Drivers just need to step in with 1 foot first, keep their back straight, especially convenient when you are picking up grandkids or carrying objects, with more than 64% of Americans over 65 suffering from arthritis, of which back arthritis accounts for a high percentage. They are about every step after, and they are tuned for real life. Sensors in the Model 2 roof rails scan overhead and side clearance within about 30 centimeters. In roughly 1.2 to 1.6 seconds, which feels decisive yet calm for daily entry and exit. This preserves weather sealing, maintains low wind noise, and spares your shoulder from a hard pull. Caregivers notice the thoughtful geometry on the Model 2, so installing a child seat requires fewer torso twists and can cut setup time by about 20%. And a corrosion-resistant arm that has been validated in 1,000-hour salt spray exposure with no binding observed, which keeps you in control during rare low-power moments. And reduces arguments about the opening height on the Model 2 welcomes users up to about 6 feet 3 inches, and the steering column auto tilts away as you enter, then returns to your saved side hinge doors. Safety and structure come together in the Tesla Model 2. Roof-mounted locking claws tie directly into the side frame, so when the Model 2 crash protect a year of urban use that translates into hundreds of easier, drier, and less stressful entries and exits for shoulders, knees, and lower back. Flexible, faster, and now the Model 2 is designed with a frame that acts like a shield, lasting a new part of Tesla's Unboxed process, which was just officially approved on September 23rd, combining global standards from advanced 3D positioning systems, accurate to 0.001 millimeters, inspired by SpaceX spacecraft design deviations over time, creating a flexible bonding layer. turning the entire car frame into a uniform. The car frame with hyperbond glue evenly dispersed the force, reducing deformation by 98%. Even after 15 years and 3 million miles, the frame stays 95% intact, forcing you into constant repair shop visits. And because the frame is many times more durable, while most vehicles lose 50 to 60% of their value after 5 years, adding an extra $4,000 to $6,000 in resale compared to similar models. Cars can be smarter, simpler, and built for real life. Then turn on the notification.
Also makes loading and unloading simpler with a low 26-inch lift-over height. With the seats up, the Model 2 offers around
After months of speculation, leaked prototypes point to a so what specifically sets the Model 2 apart in everyday use? In the next few minutes, we will unpack it all. The channel reached 223 subscribers. Then never miss what, not an SUV, not a sedan. How Model 2's compact hatchback design shapes its better performance in city life. With compact size, it focuses on practical benefits and efficiency. The Model 3, which is 15.4 feet long and 6.1 feet wide, or the Hyundai Kona Electric at 13.7 feet long and 5.9 feet wide, where more than 60% of parking spaces are under 6.5 feet wide, the 5.6-foot width making it more flexible when turning around at small intersections or dead-end streets. Sluggish? First, the iconic hatchback roofline design that no one has mentioned yet. Shortening the rear overhang from 34 inches to only 28 inches to limit the wind resistance plane. It block about 12 inches wide by about 25%, trimming the front width by nearly 3 inches. In the end, Model 2 achieves an impressive drag coefficient of 0.223 CD, compared to an average of 200 pounds for sedans. Compared to the higher drag vehicles we just mentioned, can extend it to 340 to 360 miles. This means fewer stops at charging stations or aerodynamic upgrades for better performance. The Tesla Model 2 lays out an almost flat floor that frees up knee room. Building on that sense of space, the seats up, the Tesla Model of cargo room, and with the 6 groceries, a folded, and the wipe-clean seat backs take muddy weekends in stride. Pairing that storage with a thoughtful driving position, the Model 2 sets the hip point at durability and ease carry through to city driving. At the same time, stop-and-go traffic feels calmer because regenerative braking is calibrated. Comfort rounds out the experience. Inside the Tesla Model 2, miles per hour on coarse asphalt, to 72 degrees Fahrenheit in about 5 minutes, and holds the compressor draw steady. Smart Park lets the Tesla Model 2 which makes threading into narrow garages feel effortless. And the aero-focused body helps the Model 2 stretch each kilowatt-hour by an extra. How does the butterfly door design protect your joints? Especially supporting drivers over 60 years old in daily car entry and exit situations, creating a wide opening angle of up to 90 degrees. In the previous, or the SUV Ford Mustang Mach-E with 16.5 inches. Drivers have to bend down 15.7 to 19.7 inches to avoid hitting the ceiling. Butterfly doors, on the other hand, create a space that is 1.3 times wider, then gently lower themselves into the seat to sit down in a natural straight position. Without having to bend down, it helps reduce up to 70% of the rotational force on the lumbar spine, avoids sudden lifting movements that put pressure on the knee joints, causing pain when bending or turning. These are not just dry numbers, but a gap in health protection. What do the Tesla Model 2's butterfly doors achieve beyond simply protecting your joints? Then set lift height and speed, so the door clears a low carport without grazing rafters, and pauses in a multi-story garage where sprinklers hang lower than you expect. To keep the experience refined, the Tesla Model 2 uses a soft close. The latch path on the Model 2 is also designed to stay out of your way, reducing panel contact with knees and trimming incidental bumps in curbside parking by an estimated 30%. A gas assist strut shares the workload with a compact electric actuator, so the motion stays smooth.
Butterfly doors
If the
on
Model 2
2
12-volt
also
system
do
is
more
asleep,
than protect joints.
tight city spaces
improve
are where the
convenience
Tesla
and
Model
daily
2
usability.
butterfly doors show
Sensors
daily
built into the
value,
roof rails
scratched
check both
paint.
overhead and
In
side
rain,
clearance
the Model
within
2 up
about
and
30
over motion
centimeters.
channels more than
Then the system
90% of water
automatically
away
adjusts
from the
lift
seat
height
base.
and opening
Position
speed,
after you settle.
so the
Door is
door
closed,
avoids hitting
ignition
low
strategy.
rafters, pipes, or
Convenience,
sprinklers in
comfort,
garages.
and
In
protection
typical
are
use,
all
the door
packaged into a
rises to
motion
90
you repeat
degrees in
dozens
about
of times a
1.2
day,
to 1.6
giving you the
seconds,
sides possible.
which
Will be
feels
used
quick,
for the
but
first
still
time
calm.
to build the Model
A soft
2
close motor
as
finishes the last few
GPS for the
millimeters
factory,
to keep weather
or
sealing
about
strong
1/100th
and
the
reduce
thickness of
wind
a human
noise.
hair.
Caregivers appreciate
Will be
this
applied at the
because
part
the wider
reception
sill
location
makes
on the
installing
vehicle's
a child
assembly
seat
structure.
easier by reducing
Instead,
torso
the
twisting
structural
and
glue
cut
can
setup
withstand
time
pressure up
by
to
about
138
The hinge
megapascals
system is
from
built
structure
for
like a
long-term
shield
durability.
to
It
protect
uses a
you and your
sealed,
family,
lifetime lubricated
protecting
module
the
with
occupants more
corrosion-resistant
effectively,
arms that
reducing
passed
the risk
more
of
than
injury,
1,000 hours of
with
salt
no
spray
warping,
testing
no
with
rust.
binding. A
With
gas
Model
assist
2,
strut works
you'll save
together with a small
$1,500
electric
to
motor to keep the door
$1,800
motion
a year.
smooth.
The
And if
Model
the
2
Model
drops
2's
as little as
12-volt system ever shuts
15%
down,
when
you can
considering
still
the
open
frame's
door from
impact
the
alone,
inside with about
giving you a
15
clear
pounds of
financial
pulling
edge
force.
when it's time to
In
trade
tight
in
city
or
spaces,
upgrade to the next
butterfly
generation.
doors rise straight up
From the
within
way
car's
through that
footprint
finally brings
instead of
premium
swinging
innovation
into
to the
next parking
affordable
spot,
segment,
which helps avoid
let us
door
notation
dings and
bell so
arguments
you
about
never miss
scratched
the
paint.
next big
During
Tesla
rain,
reveal.
the upward motion channels more than 90% of water away from the seat, keeping your clothes dry as you get in. Accessibility is also improved with an auto-tilt steering column that moves out of the way while you enter, then returns to your safe position
It's
afterward.
actually not just a
Roof edge grab
revolution in
handle
vehicle
assists
design, but
the
a
last bit of
revolution in
movement
vehicle
when getting
manufacturing.
in or out.
That's how
Safety is
Elon
strengthened
Musk
too.
describes the upcoming
Roof-mounted
Tesla
locking
Model 2,
claws attached
compact
directly into the
hatchback that
side
focuses
frame,
not on
acting like a
luxury or
brace.
size.
When the door is
How could
closed,
its size
it
and
increases
packaging
lateral
make tight
stiffness
city
by
driving
around
and quick
12%,
loading easier?
improving
And don't
side
forget to
impact
subscribe
protection.
3000 and
Together,
on the
these features
notificates
make
next.
butterfly doors
From the
not
leaked
just
images
stylish,
we got here,
but genuinely
this car
helpful
is
for
about
daily comfort,
13.8 feet
safety,
long and
and ease of
5.6
use.
feet wide.
Now let's talk about the
Even
Model
when
2's
placed
frame
next to
and why
rivals
it
in the
may need no
compact
major
EV
repair
segment,
for 15
Model
years,
2 is still
saving
smaller.
you thousands of
Width
dollars
of
over
Model
time.
2 makes
The
parallel
Model 2
parking much
introduces
easier,
Tesla's new
saving you up to
Unboxed
30
process,
minutes instead of
officially
circling
approved
around
on
every
September
morning.
23rd,
But does this size
and
also
used
mean
here
that
for
the
the first
model will
time.
be like those
This
cheap,
manufacturing
boxy Chinese
system
electric
uses
cars?
specialized assembly
Right here,
cells,
Model 2
each with
roofline
fixtures
slope
designed
reaches
for a
35
specific
degrees.
exterior section.
The second is at the
Advanced
front end.
3D positioning
You can see a
technology,
new
basically
two-part
a
light
GPS
strip.
system for
The upper
factory.
part is a LED
Tesla
matrix
uses
strip of
lasers
only
and
about
AI to
0.8
align
inches.
parts with extreme
The lower
precision,
part is a headlight of
accurate to
about 4 inches.
0.001 millimeters,
Model Y,
about 100th
from
the
about
thickness of a human
33.5
hair.
inches down to
Parts are held in place
30.7 to
using vacuum
31.5
clamps.
inches.
Then a structural adhesive
Lower than
called
competitors
Hyperbond,
like the
based on materials used in
VW-ID.3 at
SpaceX
0.26
is applied
or the
at
Ford
precise
Mustang
bonding
Mach-E
points on
at
the vehicle frame. This
0.285.
process nearly
It will reach
eliminates
0 to
manufacturing
60 in
errors.
4.5
It
seconds.
reduces 5,000
So with a
welds and
50
bolts down to
kilowatt-hour
around
aluminum
450,
battery giving a range of
removing about
300 miles
95%
per
weak
charge,
points that usually cause
and
gaps,
fewer frustrating
squeaks,
waits at crowded
rattles,
chargers
or
during a busy
misalignments over
schedule.
time.
Drop your thoughts below. What makes the Tesla Model 2 feel bigger inside despite its compact shell? As a result, the rear seats stay naturally upright, forward visibility in traffic improves, and the cabin feels big. The rear hatch makes loading simple. Model 2 offers a 60/40 bench folded. It opens to roughly roller or two 54-inch bikes. To keep daily clutter under control, the Tesla Model 2 adds a compact 3.24.5 inches for a clearer view, while the low cowl and slim 3.2-inch A-pillars, curb-friendly aero wheels with reinforced rim protectors help the Tesla model, rated up to 0.25 G for genuine one-pedal driving. Sound levels target about 66 decibels, which keeps conversation natural, so range stays protected. Rise your regular spot and repeat the maneuver with roughly 4. Taken as a whole, the compact size simplifies positioning, 8 to 12% on short city drives. By butterfly doors, are they just a current aesthetic design? Instead of opening horizontally as usual, the doorstep is lowered to only 6.7 inches from the ground. This Model Y. This is the difference when you compare it with a traditional sedan door. This action puts a lot of pressure on the back, knee, and waist joints, comfortable enough for people up to 6 feet 3 inches tall to easily get in and out.
simpler,
Meanwhile,
and more
the lower
practical
door
for
step,
real everyday life.
reducing the risk of
From
arthritis
squeezing through tight
recurrence,
city streets to lasting
eliminating
for decades
persistent
with
pain
minimal
every
repairs,
time the weather
the Model
changes.
2 aims to
Butterfly
bring
doors on
high-level
the Tesla
innovation
Model
into
2
the
are
affordable
not
car
just
market.
about the first
Do you
step
think
in.
the Tesla Model 2
In
is
typical
the
use,
breakthrough
the
that
Model
finally
2
brings
panel
premium
rises to
features
90
to the budget
degrees
segment?
motor to finish
Share
the
what you
last
think
6
below.
to 8
And if
millimeters.
you like this
Step
in-depth
in
look,
height pairs
remember
with
to
a widened
subscribe to
sill
TeslaByte
bridge
Hub
that is
and
about
turn on the
2.5
notification
inches
bell
broader than
so
a
you
typical
never miss the
compact
next
hatch.
exciting Tesla
Durability
reveal.
under